Good. So you can move it if you want, or just keep it in one place. Just don't touch the red button. Yeah. Okay, done now. Okay. Class K. We are. So, Li Cheng, you ready to start? Yeah. Okay. Class K.
Hey guys.
We're ready to start. Now, the most important thing to remember is, what is the question we are talking about? What is the question we are talking about? Can someone tell me what is the big question?
Global warming.
To be a little bit more specific, so on the second page.
How should we reduce our carbon?
Can we read that? Let's have Sherman read that really loud. That was great. Can you read the whole thing?
How should we reduce our carbon output by 7 billion tons a year in the next 50 years?
Okay, good. So that is what the inner circle is talking about. How should we reduce our carbon output in the next 50 years by 7 billion tons? So, Kayleen, you ready? Okay, good. So, it's time to start. It's 9:05, and inner circle, Li Cheng is going to start us out. Okay.
Sherman, what are you doing, Sherman?
I've been in USA. She sings policies, buy more, make a more. If it's car. I think that the USA to change their energy policy by way more. This course.
What I heard is that you said that United States can use more efficiently cars. But I think United States alone cannot change the whole global warming. So I think all the countries that produce a lot of CO2 have to change and fix the climate change.
I'm agree with what Akram said, but let's be more specific, and I'm gonna say the whole world. I recommend that the whole world should use hydroelectricity power because it's the best way to save the carbon dioxide pollution. So I recommend for the whole the 6 countries should use the hydroelectricity power.
I disagree with Akram and you because that means I agree with teaching because from my data you can see on the few years China and the United States always is the most big countries to have the big carbon dioxide emission. So I think that idea can be used from the United States and change car to electricity car.
I disagree with Akram because Akram said that all the countries produce CO2, and I think that only the big countries produce more CO2, not the small ones.
Excuse me, but I didn't say all the countries.
No,
I didn't mean all the countries in the
You
world.
say I think all the countries produce CO2.
Wait, let me clear it.
You say all the countries.
Okay, let me
Okay.
I didn't mean all the countries in the world. I mean all the countries that produce a lot of CO2. That's mean United States, China, Canada, Russia, not all the countries in the world.
Okay. But for the two big rich countries, there are two countries use a lot. You can see the United States has 90% and China has 23% in the world.
Yeah, I said all the countries that produce CO2 have to fix it, but I didn't say like that all of them gonna be equal the same. Fix it. Like the big countries that produce a lot of CO2, they're gonna like make more solution than the small countries that produce like less than them. So United States and China have to fix more than Canada, Australia, because they
Yeah.
produce more than them. So that's what I mean.
So that I mean is, as a too rich country, they should do the solution first. So they need to change to the elections car.
Okay, besides what you say, the United States should use efficiency energy, right? Like for the cars, right?
Sorry.
Efficiency energy, right? Yeah, for the cars, they should like make cars work with the electricity, right?
Yes.
But the United States already do that. For example, now the muni bus, the buses, you see hydroelectricity, the muni, they already did it. So which means that let the other countries do it. Like, yeah, for example, like instead of like focusing on one country, let's like pass it to another country. For example, Nepal, El Salvador, Canada, China. Because in this way, that's gonna be more equal.
It's
And
not.
only the country shows that use this the efficiency cars in the United States now, and the evidence is the buses, hydroelectricity buses.
Even though United States is doing the transportation is really well right now, it's for the bus, popular bus. But in my opinion, I think like, do you have the survey? Like, in United States, people car more than people. Like, one person can hold 2 or 3 cars. So I think they should change like the use the electron. It doesn't cannot use fossil fuel and coal.
So I hear you said like we have to use the electricity for the cars. So first of all, United States use fossil fuel to make the electricity. So it's not gonna produce CO2. So in my opinion, I think the leaders countries in the world, like United States, China, France, that they have nuclear energy, have to use it more. Because according to the nuclear website, the World Nuclear website, nuclear has a motion similar as to the renewable energy, or lower and colder than gas. That means nuclear, they don't produce a lot of CO2. So we have to use them to make electricity. And then we can make car with electricity.
I'm agree with Akram said that the nuclear fission it has less production of radiation, so that's gonna end the both of the radiation. So we should use nuclear energy instead of the fossil fuel.
I agree with Khalid because he said that in the United States,
You can finish, please.
so I agree with Khalid because he said a good point that the United States already have buses that use electricity. It is a good way to save the gas because today is more expensive, so it's a good way to can save some money. And that's in the food that and also I think that like for example China, Canada, and United States can support the little countries like Salvador and Nepal because Nepal, other countries support Nepal like giving some money because they are poor, so we can help them like with giving some money to raise their economy.
Can you say something, Daniela?
What do you think?
What do you think, Daniela?
China has a big produce gold country in the world.
So that means, are you agree with us that China has to use more nuclear energy?
Not only
What China have a lot or
You
less?
say China, see?
A
For
lot.
example, because you talk about China.
Or we use
What?
we use about 77.7%.
No, China have less. No, China have low coal. No, a lot. Okay, okay.
Caleb, can you say something?
I agree with Eva because I think that China and USA should reduce CO2 because they are big country. They have a lot of money and they can help the small country.
But not only United States and China, the big country. You
But
have Russia.
they are the most countries that have they are rich country.
But like two countries that can change 7 billion climate change.
But for the poor
That's too hard.
country,
I didn't say the whole country. I said the 10 top countries in the world. I said all of them are rich.
That means it use a lot.
Yeah, but there is not just China and United States. There is Russia, Canada.
It use a lot in the world, so they need to have give the solution.
Okay, for example, we said China and United States. Can you tell me from where they can get the money to build this power? And
China
like
can
they
get
do.
any money for everyone.
Give me evidence. Give me evidence. I
Okay,
don't
so
believe it.
simple evidence.
Okay.
If China doesn't have lots of homework for children,
For homework.
for students, do you know how many homework for students in China?
I
You
don't know
don't
what the
know.
connection between the homework and the I was like, if you want to study homework, go after school to the tutoring. To the
No, listen, China, every student, every day need to hold at least 20 paper.
So what does that mean?
Paper used for the cheat. Cheat is a limit, and they use long time to build it.
So you want
You're-
China to take money
I
from
did not
education?
finish, sorry.
Okay, go.
So cheat is a limit and long time to build. Building, if they use building cheat, and it will become thus lots of carbon dioxide to the fossil fuel. They produce lots of carbon dioxide.
So what do you mean? You mean China have to use nuclear energy to reduce the CO2 or use more coal?
Do you know the paper finally we need to burn it?
Okay, about the paper. I'm talking about
When you
China.
burn it, you will produce the CO2.
That's mean China have to change.
So that's why I say China need to change and United States need to change
But
too.
China, if it's only the paper, that's not gonna affect the climate change by 7 billion.
But it's
That's
kind
too
of
much.
the problem on this.
So that means a lot of countries have to change it too, not just China.
Beside the poster that I saw there that says that China has a lot of coal and they use it a lot. And however, they say they have a lot of the largest country hydroelectricity producer, which means that and they have only 6% for hydroelectricity. That means they didn't use it. So instead of they have to cut off from the coal, and they use hydroelectricity to build to like make less carbon emission CO2.
I agree with Kelly. Because China, you said they have a lot of money and they use coal. So why they don't use hydropower more?
They need to change way. Like, I know China is rich right now, but they rich by produce coal. The coal is really not good for environment.
So you agree with us that China have to change.
Okay, we haven't really heard from you.
I
What do you
agree
think?
with you because China has a lot of coal. They should replace nuclear energy to coal. Yes, because nuclear can clean dirty things. So they could also reduce CO2.
I have a question. You say that China have a lot of coal, and you say that China have less coal.
No, that was
Has lots of.
so they should use nuclear
I
energy.
hear of it.
That's what I said, that not only China that you have to do the all the countries, but what she said that China has a lot of papers and then blah blah blah, whatever. But the main point is that if they have a lot of coal and they are the largest country for electricity, hydroelectricity producer, and they use only 6%, they should cut like some percent from the coal, like 50%, and then use it to build. I know that the hydroelectricity in the beginning is expensive to build it, but later it's so cheap. And China has the ability to get this. I agree with us, I mean, Nadia.
Yeah, but we already have coal in China.
Stop the coal and use the hydroelectricity power.
What?
Use instead
Oh,
of.
I know.
Are you agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I don't say that. Wait,
Hey, can we start inside, please?
I don't have answer.
Okay.
What country
I
you
was
are?
confused.
Me? Middle East.
Middle East
Yes.
Is it country's name?
No, it is country's name.
countries.
What do you think, Jose?
You guys talking about the coal. I think that coal is good, but I mean, in my personal opinion, it's better than natural gas. You know the difference between coal and natural gas is the coal produces a lot of carbon dioxide, carbon dioxide, but the natural gas produces less carbon dioxide. That is good for all the pollution. And the price is not too expensive. The difference is only 10%.
I disagree with you because I think nuclear energy is more better than natural gas. They don't reduce any CO2. And for example, I know many countries they're gonna scare about the weapons, but there is a lot of countries that they use the nuclear power in peaceful way to make just electricity. For example, Turkey. According to the World Nuclear website, Turkey used nuclear energy for a long time to make electricity, and that helped them a lot to save more money and to get electricity and reduce the CO2.
Okay. I'm agree with that what I'm saying, and let's be guys like more clear and more real reality. We know that the world is getting like war, so the big country should use the nuclear energy, and let's do the small country use the hydroelectricity. So who's agree and who disagree and so on.
I agree with Khalil, and even though the small countries, they're gonna say they don't have money to make this power, the biggest country have to help them by giving them a loan with low interest. So they can build this power, and the money that they spend it for buying like oil or natural gas, they're gonna pay a loan back, and with low interest, so it's gonna be better for the whole world.
Arturo, what do you think? I agree with you. So,
Can you give me the evidence? What are you agreeing?
Because it's gonna help them because the nuclear energy has less CO2 emissions, so it's not gonna pollute the air so much. Like using coal and other fossil fuel. That's why I agree with you.
But that's dangerous.
I said it.
If you use it in the right way, it's not dangerous.
And they give evidence for some countries that they use it in this way, like Turkey. And they never make a weapon, they just make electricity, and that's all.
So if United States use nuclear energy, it will be like San Francisco. They have lots of earthquakes.
They already have it in the United States.
You
They
already
just
have
use it a little bit, but they already have it. They make
Not
weapons
little
in
bit.
this
They
state.
have 33.2% nuclear energy in the United States.
That's
Like
a lot.
San Francisco, they have earthquake every day. You don't know, just you don't know.
What?
Like the example is like Japan. You know Japan?
Yes.
Because the earthquake, Japan's nuclear energy camp is very dangerous for people.
But Japan is like really close to the ocean. In San Francisco, they can put it in the middle. In the United States, they can put it in the middle because they're not gonna be stupid and put it in the where dangerous places.
Yeah, you can put it in the safety places.
Also, besides what you say, that what happened to Japan, that there was their mistake because they didn't make a plan to that the earthquake was gonna happen. But United States and other countries, they had nuclear energy. They never had like this problem, this accident, because they know they have the plan already.
So if you're gonna prepare for
Even
it,
though
nothing.
Japan know they have the plan to solve this problem.
When you
To
do
raise
everything,
it.
you have a plan. Even though Japan, when you do one thing, every country has a plan. Like Japan, they have plan, but they have a mistake. Like the mistake, you cannot think about it. That is an accident.
Yeah, but
Like you think like the because of global warming, so it just only have earthquake. You can think about this. They have a big ring or big big like yeah like and sometimes they have no weight. So you cannot think that what happened on the next second.
Yeah, but not all the countries have earthquake. Japan, we know that they have an earthquake, so they know it's gonna be dangerous. So don't build it. But some countries like France and like Turkey, they don't have earthquake, so why are they gonna scare?
yeah, friends, we have
Look how many countries they have a nuclear energy and nothing happened.
Like according to France, the Wikipedia website that said France has 78% electricity, nuclear electricity. They already use 78%, which means a lot.
We have about 4 more minutes.
Kaylin, we have a minute. Can you say something?
What do you say?
Can you say your opinion? Are you agree or disagree?
Um, uh, I agree with you guys. with Khalil and Arturo ideas.
Why?
Okay, I hear you say you agree with everyone. Actually, basically, I do it too. Because I think every country, they need to give the solution to every country and give the fixed solution. So, I agree with you. Not like one country should do solution and the other country, they do not know that they stop to do it. We need to protect environment for everyone.
Okay, let's make the argument more clear. Who's agreed to this? The world use the nuclear energy, the big countries, and small countries, the hydroelectricity.
Everybody.
Who's agreed?
No, I think
You raise your hand.
Yes, yes.
You already said
agree
it.
with this. Okay.
yes.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody.
Yes.
Everybody.
yes.
So we're done.
So the problem is we need to find out the solution.
Can you tell us what is the solution we have?
Like I had one evidence about China because they cannot drink the tap water. In the United States, tap water and the bottled water can drink together. But do you know, bottled water is really unhelpful for people and it is unhelpful for.
How the water reduce CO2?
No, I mean the bottled water.
How to
The bottom affects the carbon dioxide. You know that? So in China, they cannot drink the tap water. So right now, if you feel like you want to drink water, you can drink from here. But in China, you cannot. The tap water is very unhealthy for people. So I think bottled water is the important one in China and the poorer country because their water doesn't clean. So they need to go to grocery store to buy bottled water.
But some countries they have a bottled water is more healthy. For example, Middle East countries, country have a lot of bottled water?
Because they use bottled water, so the bottled water is unhealthy for people. The bottom is it's not good for environment, at least.
Yeah, but we don't talk about the whole environment. We just talk about climate change.
The
And global
bottom,
warming.
the bottom water is affect the environment.
How
you
would
know.
the bottom affect the global warming? How the-
Because you need to burn like the bottom water. It say it's the recycle.
No.
Actually, it's not.
No one burn it. All the country they just put it in one place.
No, they need to burn it.
No, they put it in one place.
If you don't burn it, how can you like every country have the bottom?
I can open the internet and show you a picture now. How they connect
Okay,
it?
and show you the picture.
Okay, unfortunately, we don't have time to see that evidence. So, thank you guys very much. We have 5 more minutes, and in this time, I want to hear from the outside circle, what did you think happened in the conversation? How did the conversation go? So, can we hear, first can we hear from, let's have the inside circle be quiet so we can hear the outside circle, please. So we're waiting, I'm waiting for the inside circle to be quiet, please. Thank you. So, Yitang, you're a silent contributor. Can you write down or tell us what you wrote down? What did you want to say when you were listening to the conversation?
I hear that they say the whole world should use nuclear energy to decrease the global warming. I disagree with this evidence. I disagree with this idea. For example, France have 77 nuclear.
78. Let's just say
It's
Almost.
specific is 77.7%.
However, this is really dangerous. For example, Russia, they have it, but the accident of link of nuclear that made a large area in Russia cannot use. For example, Japan, and there are many terrorists. For example, the 9/11 event in USA. If at that time they have the weapon of bomb is atomic bomb, and the USA will not alive
That.
now.
Okay, so I'm sorry we don't have time for responses in the inside circle. Interesting idea from Yitang. So let's hear. Can we hear from Aaron? Aaron was keeping. Okay, guys, inside circle. Wait. Can we hear from Aaron? Aaron is a referencing teller. He was listening. Okay, we're waiting to him. So Aaron was looking for, did they reference some evidence, they make citations to specific evidence. Can you tell us what you found?
Yeah, Khalil referenced 3 times, and Eva referenced 5 times. Then Akram referenced 2 times. And then Arturo, Jose, Tina, and Nadia referenced 1 time. Yeah, and Richard and Daniela and Kelly 0 times.
Okay, thank you. Rexanne, can you tell us any main ideas that the group came from? You were the reporter.
Okay, so some of them are like, for example, Akram and Khalil are like arguing that all countries who produce lots of CO2 should change, and also they're like saying that China should reduce CO2 and use hydropower more, and nuclear doesn't produce much CO2, then they should use that.
Emma, you took notes on the total number of times the people talked. What did you find?
Akram, Khalil, and Eva talks most focus data, and Tina, Jose, and Arturo they talk less. They just talk 2 times.
Great, thank you. Sherman is our process checker. She's going to tell us what she thought of the process of the conversation. Can you tell us your report, Sherman?
Like some of the people like really try their best to argue with each other, support the strong evidence of their argument. But some of the people like talk really less time, and they didn't use any citation or evidence to support their argument. And the result is I think every country should use nuclear energy to solve the problem.
Great. Thank you. And Xiaoqing, can you tell us what did you tally? You had a free choice tally. You can choose what to keep track of. What did you choose?
Free choice. It's like people with Luna.
不是你说他们不是在那里讨论一些东西吗？你听了对不对？然后你选3个，要在下一堂继续讨论的。
Okay. Well, it's there was a communication problem. I tried to ask in the beginning if you didn't understand your job. Try to, but let's make sure we understand the job before the next part. So, Zipeng, also you did free choice tally. What did you look at?
Oh, I look at the point because I think the boys called the loosey. I think the boys should step down and the girls step back and then the girls should step up to the top row and go again.
Interesting, interesting. Okay, great. So the bell's gonna ring in a few seconds. We want Mr. Marcel, the 9th and 10th grade class. He will take your yellow paper, or we can get a student to collect it.